at what point did you get approached to label, or at what point do you realize that, oh, I could act or something? Or I'm saying like
No,
the
no, no. If
whole.
you're if you're a parent, you're acting all the time. That's another question. But if you're telling stories and this kind of stuff, that's happening all the time. Questions you want to present it, outward. He I remember I took a long time ago in junior college, I took mime, I did some stuff, but the he came to us. He said, "You want to try out?" I said, "Yeah, let's try out." So we sat around the table before anything started, and we read for different parts. I said, maybe I'll be the father." And he looked at me and said, "You want to be the teacher?" And I had taught for a couple of years in school,
Yeah,
but
nice.
I said, "Sure, I'll be the teacher," which meant I am one of the most consistent characters in the entire series.
Yeah, except for the last
Until,
one, which I was really upset. I remember as a kid, like around 2007. So I was about, how old was I? 4 years old. No, that makes sense.
okay,
No, 2008. I was about 5, 6. I remember that's when I started the idea of like getting as it came out. Like until then, we had the VHSs, so I got from 1 to 5. So I just remember like watching the last one, and I'm going like, "Where's Rabbi Smiles?"
where's
And
Robert Smiles? Yeah, I said the
yeah.
same thing. I only watch the ones I'm in. No, I'm joking. But anyway, his Purim one was great, actually. When he made the Purim story,
Oh yes,
I'm watching him and I realized what he was doing. I said, that was really good.
it's pretty phenomenal.
He wrote a lot of the stuff. He himself had a background in that. I mean, there's some
Yeah,
films he put together
he has a
with real
crazy
actors.
story. He has a
Yeah,
crazy
real
story.
stuff. And then this was, he did this. And um, yeah, we always wanted, I tell him all the time, I want him to do one more. We
Yes,
come back, just do one more.
I gotta ask like the beginning, how he approached you, and like, so you said that he just approached
So
you
we
and you
sat
read some
around the
parts.
table. We sat around the table. We did our speaking. He said, read for the teacher. We did. So, okay, fine. Do you want that part? I said, fine. So then we had arranged, I'd bring the script home. I have the kids all read it to me and I'm reading back to them.
Yeah.
And then I got on stage and I forget, the time I can't remember the lines. So he'd write cards out there and I'd read my cards over there.
Oh, on
Um,
set?
on set, yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow.
didn't remember my, yeah. So there were times, after a while, it was fun. Dealing with the kids was hard because they're like all over the place.
Yeah.
There's one Friday I came. There's one where I think I got angry. There was one where I got angry because of maybe the wine or something. I mean, I don't remember what it
Oh
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
All
one.
right, so we're in the cafeteria, and
That's
there
one of the
was
best bloopers, by the way. I don't know if you ever watched the bloopers.
I haven't seen the movie. No,
Oh,
what
but
was the
this.
blue?
So the line is like, "I'm tired of you excuses. How can you be like you get angry?"
Yes,
But the blooper is you kind of like over exaggerate it a little bit, and you're like, "All of you," like a little bit. This is pretty funny to watch. It's one of the best bloopers.
but it was Erev Shabbos. He filmed that. He called me up
Oh
Friday. Can
my,
you come in?
Eric
I
Chavez.
Yeah, and it was Friday. Can you come in to the cafeteria? Whatever. Said so. I didn't want to be there. I was angry enough already. So I said after I looked at the crew, I said, "I'm not acting here. This is not acting. I am angry." So they started laughing. But I yelled at the kid, "What newspaper? What are you reading? Newspaper? Something like this." I don't remember what it was, but I don't remember like. But the thing is, actually, in truth, one of the main things here is I am a celebrity, whether it is or not. I am a celebrity, and
Yeah.
it's funny because I mean, we went Lag BaOmer the first time before when the first films first came out, and I remember standing there and a friend of mine, Tiefenbroom, one of the Tiefenbroom was a teacher, and they're doing the marching. They're marching down. I'm just watching. He says, "Agent Emes, why was that? Let's start singing." I'm going, "What is going on here?" It was so weird. There was a shlucha came over to me, and she says, "My son loves. Can you say hello to him and stuff?" I said, "Sure." I walk over to the kids like this. He's not moving. I
Yeah.
said, Shalom Aleichem, Spitzberg, keep learning Torah, don't destroy the world, whatever. He says to me, he's usually so talkative, whatever. He like froze completely. But then we're down there and there was some boys came over, did actually twins, and they started asking me like Trekkies, how come in this episode you said this and over here, and how come you said this or whatever? I said, guys, I have no idea.
By the way, I was doing that with the first episodes when I was interviewing other actors in other videos. Like I was like this and that, and they're just eventually like, yeah, I wasn't really thinking that much. Like, but like it's just the kid of me, just like the kid of me that just felt like every moment was a moment. As
Yeah,
opposed to like when you're acting, you're thinking, or when you're filmmaking, you're thinking like, okay, this is the overall story. This is the part where it's the most important. This is one I would stress. So you never think of like, wait 1 second, the audience is actually watching it. They're not watching pieces of it that I want them to pay attention. They're watching the whole thing. So it's like they literally, even kids, especially kids, they're very intuitive and they pick up on all these little things.
And also, we're not in every filming. We're just there for our parts, and then we leave.
Yeah.
I have no idea where the hemshech is.
Yeah,
What's going
exactly.
on. So it was, and I've had notoriety. I went to, and I can tell all the time somebody comes up to me like, can I? I said, are you? Yes, I am. Okay. Oh, thank you. Can you sign autographs? You know, we were once, there's a sign censor here, sign tent, and on Pesach, we were all there, all the Yidden were there. We're like running around there. My whole family was in. Nobody's married, all in. And a guy comes over to me. He says, by the way, we're from Cleveland. My kids say that you're right. I said, yes, I am. He says, do you do autograph pictures? I said, sure. Come on over. He started screaming to come over and take pictures. I've got that a lot, many times. But one thing is actually, which was very beautiful, is a lot of Downs kids who are very connected. There's one person, he's a Downs boy. He has Down syndrome, and he calls me. I'm in on a regular basis. Asks me about Emes. Where is he? And I play the whole role with him. He's in England.
Wow.
He's in Israel. He's fighting there. Can you call him? I said he's on a secret mission. I can't. You know, but I'm not playing. I really am sincere with them. They're very sincere. So I was once walking down the street, and there's a person, Ellie is a Goldstock, who started a whole heart to heart with kids who were Down syndrome kids. And I didn't know what he said. Can you talk to? And he was schlepping me. He said, "You want to talk to people?" I said, "Oh, come on, adults are, who are we talking to?" And he comes to his
Yeah.
car, and these boys are sitting in the back, and they were so excited. I said, "Thank you very much." I said, "This is why it was in the movie
Yeah,
for these
exactly.
boys, get excited about himself." And it was just very beautiful. That's those guys all the time. But I've had was in a friend of mine has had a laundromat in New York. And I'm standing there. My voice is very distinct, and so
Yeah.
people hear the voice and they go, "Why do I know that voice?" And so I'm standing there talking to my friend, and these two guys come in who are monsters. Like, I come up to their shoulders, and they turn around. "Are you Rabbi Smiles?" I said, "Yeah." So, "Can we take a picture?" I said, "Sure, but you're gonna have to lean because all you're gonna see is my hat because you guys are too tall." So they leaned down when I took a picture, but it was just how recognizable people just who I am. I tell my kids, look, if it gives you street cred, use my name. Just say my name. Either my Zadie or my kibbutz own name. My grandchildren, my Zadie's Rabbi, Smiles, and can I get in front of the line? Sure, go ahead. You can do anything you want. Canada, I have a son-in-law. My daughter lived in Montreal. They since now have lived in Lauderhill. They moved down to uh, Lieberman's place in Lauderhill.
Inverary.
Inverary, and we went up there. I forget, for maybe Sukkot we were up there. I forget why we were up there. We were visiting, and because of COVID, a lot of kids started watching TVito,
Tavito,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So they watched a lot. They weren't watching a lot then, and then they watched these films. So I show up there, and kids, like, I'm sitting at shul, and the kids start pointing, they start whispering.
Yeah.
Said, and all of a sudden I know they recognize me. They go to my granddaughter, says, that's my Zadie. He says, "What?" He drove by, they went to see me, kind of stuff. I was in New York, East Flatbush, in the shul there. People lined up. Kids were asking me questions.
Oh, wow.
So I get it a lot
Wow.
because I'm a consistent player in the films. So it's fun. I don't mind it with the kids. That's what it is. But it really is a level of celebrity that I have, which is fine. It doesn't go to my head. Doesn't
Right.
it doesn't. It's just
And
fun.
and it's beautiful because it's as consistent the role is. It's not like Dr. Lotov. It's not like H&MS. It's
No,
not like
no,
Mazzalo, but still,
yeah,
like, these kids have a huge connection with you in that role, and it's like it's
yeah.
really
As a
interesting.
teacher, I mean, I
Yeah.
became a meme. Apparently, I became a meme. My kids showed me when people were closing the schools down during COVID.
Yes.
I
Yes.
became a meme. You're Mashugana. I said, thank you. Okay, I'm a meme now. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Everyone. I just remember that playing. It was the best.